So today we are going to be discussing Canva. So how you can use Canva to unleash your creativity and really get to creating a lot of different pretty cool things. So in our presentation today, we're going to discuss why people are using Canva. It's really grown in popularity a lot. It's used to create social media posts, print products, presentations, documents, videos, even websites now you can create using Canva. And you can do so for a fraction of the time, for a fraction of the cost. So we'll discuss why everybody is using it right now. We'll look at some different Canva features and how to use them. And we'll also look at some examples of what is actually possible to do using Canva. Throughout the presentation, if you do have any questions, we will have a Q&A section at the end. So you can jot down your questions, or if you'd like, you can put them in the chat, in the Zoom chat, and I'll cover everything at that point as well. And anybody who submitted questions in their registration, those questions will be answered at the end too. So don't worry, we'll get to everybody's questions. So to get started, why use Canva? What's the point? There are a lot of advantages to using Canva. So first of all, it's easy and intuitive. So the user interface is really user-friendly. It's easy to pick up on. So it's great for beginners and professionals. So you don't need to go to a design school to create things. And that's the beauty of Canva. It's really accessible to everybody, regardless of what your experience level is. A nice part about Canva is it has a wide range of templates. So templates can be used to create social media posts, presentations, posters, invitations, pretty much anything you want to create. There's a template out there. And that can help you to kind of get started in creating something. And it helps you to make sure that your documents are the correct size. So a good size for posting on social media or for printing. So that can be beneficial as well. Customization options. So with Canva, you do have full creative control. Even if you're using a template, you're not locked into one kind of style. You can really, every little thing on a Canva document can be customized. So you can really make things look the way that you want them to look. Canva also offers an extensive media library. So if you use some sort of other design software, if you want assets such as pictures, icons, graphics, you're going to have to go out and find those yourself. With Canva, it's built in. So everything that you need is right there. And it's affordable and has flexible plans. So there are free and premium plans available for Canva. The paid plans do unlock a lot of additional functionality, but even the paid plans are not that expensive. It's still going to be a lot cheaper than some of the other design software out there. But the free versions as well, if you just want to stick with a free version, there's a lot you could do there too. So it really is flexible in terms of what the product is actually going to cost you. So to get started, of course, you're going to have to create a Canva account. It's completely free to create. All you'll need is an email address. That's literally it, and you can create your account. And again, free or pro versions are available. I have a little demonstration now on how to set up an account. So let's watch. My audio isn't playing. Let's try that again. So we'll share. Creating an account in Canva is free and easy to do. All you have to do is go to canva.com and click sign up for free. From here, you can choose to continue with an email or log in another way, either via Facebook or Google. But for our purposes, I'll continue with my email, and you'll be able to enter in your email address. And then it will send a code to your email. You just need to go to your email account and copy and paste that code. There's no need to set up any sort of password.
And just like that, you have a free Canva account created. Canva may offer you a free trial of their pro version, and throughout our presentation today, you will see a couple of the major differences between the pro and the free version, but there is a lot you can do with the free version as well, so it just depends on what your needs are.
There you go. So that is literally how easy it is to get started. Very simple process. You just need to sign up with an email address, and then you're good to go. Working with templates. So one of the major benefits of Canva is the ability to use templates. So you can pretty much use a template for anything that you're trying to create. Again, regardless of the document, odds are there's a template out there. The benefits of using a template, again, it's going to give you exactly the correct size document that you need for what you're trying to create, but it can also give you some creative assistance. So it can inspire you a little bit, give you some good ideas on what you can create. And everything is 100% editable. So even if you pick a template, you can totally customize it so it's completely unrecognizable from the template that you picked out in the first place. So our next little demonstration will show you how you can use those templates and then how you can customize them after.
One of the best parts about using Canva is the ability to use their templates. The templates make sure that your designs are the proper dimensions for what you're trying to accomplish and can also give you some design inspiration. So first, what you need to do is define what sort of design you want to create. There are a bunch of options right up here. So we have docs, whiteboards, presentations, social media, videos, print products, websites. You can click into any of these, or up here you can click on create a design and just search for exactly what you're trying to create. So let's click on social media. And what's going to pop up first is a bunch of suggestions. So these are the popular ones that are used. You can also navigate up here to look at different Instagram templates, Facebook, LinkedIn, or you can search for something different up in the search bar too. For our purposes, let's say that we're going to make an Instagram post. So we'll click on this. This will create a blank Instagram post and we'll use the proper dimensions that are optimal for Instagram. Once you're here, what you'll see on the left is templates, and it's really easy to search for exactly what you're trying to create. So let's say that we want to create something for a restaurant. So let's say food, and it's going to offer a whole bunch of suggestions here. Now, I mentioned before that there is a difference, of course, between the pro version of Canva and the free version of Canva. And one of the biggest differences that you'll see is the assets that are available to you. And when you're using the templates, you can easily see which templates use paid assets and which ones use free assets by looking for the little crown icon. So this icon means that the assets in this template are only available in the pro version of Canva. So if you have that version, you can go ahead and pick it. And if you don't, you can just pick one of the ones that does not have the crown. To use a Canva template, all you need to do is click on the one you want to use. So we'll choose this one for our demonstration. And once you click on it, it automatically populates right into your document. And from here, you can make any changes that you need. So you can click, everything is drag and drop, so we can drag things around. You can resize it using these icons. And of course, you can change the text. So let's make this say tweak agency. And of course, with any text, you have all of your options to format the text up at the top. This one will change the font, this one the size, this one the color, and there are other effects that you can use as well. So for our demonstration, let's make tweak a little bit smaller so that it fits nicer in the frame. And of course, you can move things around. If you want to delete an element, it's very easy to do. All you do is click on the one that you want to delete and then click on this little trash can icon. You can change up the colors of any template as you would like. Again, just by clicking on the item you want to change the color of, and then clicking on this little color swatch up in the top corner. From here, you can choose either a color that's already in the photo, or you can click on this color wheel and pick a new color to use. Same thing will work for the text. We can change the text color to be something different. And you can add different images within this post as well. So if we click on elements, we have all sorts of different items that we can use. You can use the search bar to look for exactly what you're wanting to add. So let's say hamburger. And we want to see a graphic instead of an image. So we'll click view all. And then just like the templates, if you want to see which ones are available on the free version of Canva and which ones are available on the pro version, you'll just look for the ones with or without the crown. So in our case, since we're still using the free version, we'll just choose one without the crown, and that means we can use it. And then again, you can drag it and resize it wherever you would like it to go. You'll probably also want to use some of your own images. So to do that, you can go under Uploads. And from here, if you click Upload Files, this will allow you to upload any image from your computer that you would like. Or it also stores all of the pictures that you've uploaded in the past, so you can reuse some images over and over as well. The nice thing about the templates is if you click on an image and drag it where you want it to go, it replaces the image that's there. So if I snap this in, my picture of a burger is going to already be formatted the same way as the last one. And just like that, you have a post customized to the way you want, but you used a template, so it made it a lot easier. Now, in order to post this, you can click on Share in the top right corner. There are some different options here. So you can download it. This will allow you to select the file format that you want to save it in, and it will save right to your computer or whatever device you're using. Or you can share it right on social. So this will help you to connect to different social media platforms, and just by clicking, you can share your post.
All right, so that is how easy it is to use templates. It really speeds up a lot of the design process by giving you something to work off of to start with. I use them all the time. I just think they're great. So that's how you can use templates and customize them to look the way that you want them to. All right, another feature with Canva is the ability to enhance images. Again, Canva makes it very easy to edit photos. You don't need any prior experience. Of course, it's not going to be as robust as something like Photoshop, but you're not going to need a design degree to make some small edits to your pictures. And another cool thing about Canva, now this still is in beta version, so it's not perfect. It doesn't work 100% of the time, but the artificial intelligence options that they have are pretty cool, and they're constantly changing and evolving and becoming more useful. So you can actually use artificial intelligence to adjust your images, add things to your images, remove things. Makes it very, very easy to do. So our next demonstration will show some of the features that Canva offers to edit and enhance your photos.
Another great feature within Canva is the ability to edit images. Now, many of the image editing features are only available in the Pro version, so I am logged into a Pro version of Canva right now. But what you'll do to add your photo that you want to edit is you'll click on Create a Design. Now, if you're already in a design, you can just start editing your photo right from there, but if you're starting from scratch, you'll click Create a Design. And then from here, you can click Import the file and choose the file that you want. So I'll grab this one. And once you have this, you can either use it in a new design or add it to a template. I'm going to click Add it or Use in a new design. And from here, you can choose what size document you want to create. So this is going to change depending on what you're trying to create. But if you click on custom size, it's going to automatically size itself to the exact dimensions of the photo that you're using. So I'll use this one. And then once you have a Canva document created, you will have the ability to make edits to that photo. To do so, you will click on the photo and then click Edit Photo. Now there are a whole bunch of options in here, so let's go through each of them. Starting at the bottom, there are some different effects that you could use. So shadows, for example, this will allow you to add different shadows to your image. Autofocus is going to decipher what the main focus of your image is and blur everything else. And blur is going to blur everything, so you can kind of create something a little bit creative. And then duotone will allow you to really change up the colors and add some interesting looks and feels to the picture that you're editing. Moving on up, we have some filters. Now, these are going to work a lot like the filters on different social media platforms might work. So you can kind of choose some preset adjustments in here. And then up here, we have some really exciting tools. These ones are pretty cool. So the first one, background remover. This one is great if you don't want that background on your picture. It works really fast. You click on it, it kind of identifies what's the foreground, what's in the background, and will erase that background for you. So you'd be able to place this image on top of other things without having white space or without having that background there. Of course, if this doesn't quite work exactly as you would hope it to, you can click on this little icon right here, and this will allow you to edit that background remover. So if we want to erase some additional things, we have just a little paintbrush here, or a little eraser where we can just erase things. And then of course, if something was erased that you don't want erased, you can hit restore, and you can kind of adjust things as you need to make sure that it's looking the way that you want it to look. Another tool that we have here is Magic Eraser. For this one, I'm going to choose a different image and show you how it works. So for this one, I've chosen a beach image, and we'll click on Magic Eraser, and this will allow us to erase something that we don't want. So maybe I don't want this seashell here. So I'm just going to click on it and kind of drag my mouse around it, and it's going to automatically fill it in with the things that are around it. So it should be creating sand for us and getting rid of the item in the picture. And just like that, our seashell is gone. Now, of course, it's not perfect, but it's a pretty quick and easy way to make some adjustments to pictures. And we also have the Magic Edit. This one is pretty cool because it uses artificial intelligence to add things to the picture. So let's say, for example, I want this to be a cowboy hat instead of a beach hat. So I'll just kind of run my mouse around it. I'm going to make the brush size a little bit bigger so I can choose all of this. So I'm going to replace this and click continue. And then I'm just going to type what I want to see instead. So let's say a blue cowboy hat. And we'll click generate. And using artificial intelligence, it's going to create an image of a blue cowboy hat. There we go. I have my blue cowboy hat, and there are some different options that it gives me as well. So if I don't like the way this one looks, it usually gives me 4 different ones that I can pick from. So just like that, we erased the hat that was there, and we created a whole new hat using AI. So that's a pretty cool feature that Canva offers you as well. Then if you go down to the bottom, there are mockups. So you can see what your image is going to look like in different capacities. So let's say we want to see what it's going to look like on a tablet. You just click tablet, and this will place in a little mockup here, and you would just have to drag your image into the tablet, and it pops it right in there for you, so you can see exactly what this picture would look like on a tablet, for example. So there are a whole bunch of options that you can use so you can see how different designs might look on different devices, or even on apparel, on t-shirts, business cards, things like that. So another nice way to check out what your designs actually are going to look like in a real world application.
All right, so that was obviously a pretty quick run through of the image editing capabilities that Canva offers, but there really is so much more once you get into it. So it can be used in unlimited different applications. It's really a great feature. Now, of course, if you're working with templates, if you're creating posts, if you're creating products, you want to incorporate your own brand. It's always important to have a defined brand for your business or your organization that's easily recognizable. So with Canva, you can store everything in one place. So all of your brand assets, your logos, icons, colors, all of those are going to be in one easy to find location, and you can easily apply these things to your designs right in Canva. So that way you can make sure that everything is following your brand and staying on brand. So our next demonstration will show you how to use the Canva Brand Hub, or how to create a Canva Brand Hub, first of all, and then how to actually use it in your own designs.
Another feature that comes along with the Pro version of Canva is the ability to define your own brand assets. So to do this, you'll click on Brand Hub. Once we're in here, you can create different brand kits for different brands that you're working with. So in your case, you probably only have your own, but you may have others as well. And from here, you can choose to add your logo. You can add your brand colors that you like to use. And you can even change different fonts or add other photos, graphics, or icons that are generally associated with your brand. Now, while this is a great way to store everything, let's put it into use. So if you're editing a template, your brand assets will be readily available to you whenever you want, again, by clicking on Brand Hub on the side. So from here, if you wanted to put your logo in, you'll just click on it. It'll pop right into your document and you can resize it and drag it around as you need. And your brand colors are also readily available to you as well. Again, when you click on anything and you click on the color swatch, your brand kit is right here. So you can actually change it very easily to use your own brand colors. And this way, all of your posts kind of go along together and are on brand.
So very quick and easy to set that up, but it really is a big time saver. Then you're not having to go in and download your logo from somewhere or keep it in your computer. It's all right in Canva, so it makes it very, very quick. And you can really create posts with your own branding very quickly too. Another great part about Canva is the collaboration tools. So you can work seamlessly with other people. You can have two people working on a document at the same time. You'll see their little mouse dragging stuff around and you can drag stuff around. Two are always better than one. So you can work with your team on different things or share designs for approval. Maybe get a second set of eyes before you publish something or print something or get 100 copies made of something. Have somebody else take a look at it. So our next demonstration will show you how you can actually use some of those collaboration tools.
Another great feature that is only available in the Pro version of Canva is the ability to collaborate with other people. So you can actually share some of your documents that you're creating with others, and they can work right alongside with you. There are a couple of ways to do this. One way is by creating a team. So for the same price as a Canva Pro plan, you can choose to have a team plan, and you can have up to 5 people for no additional cost. So all you'll need to do to invite people to your team is enter their email address here, or if you click on this Get Invite link, you can share it directly with them that way. Another way, if you already have a document you're working in, is to come to the top right corner and click Share. Now, of course, from here, you can download or share on social media, but you can also share with other people. So you can come here if you know somebody's email address, which email address they have associated with their Canva account, you can enter in that email address here, or you can choose to get a collaboration link. So what you'll do to do that is you'll click this. So right now, even if I share a link, only I can access it. So I'll want to change it to anyone with the link. From here, all I do is click copy link. Now that's copied into my clipboard. I can go into an email or a Slack message with a team member, paste the link, send it to them, and they will have full editing access to this document. So we can both work on things in tandem.
There we go. So again, very easy to do and really is useful to be able to share with other people on your team and get their feedback and collaborate on things together. So that is kind of the end of the demonstration portion, but I do have some cool examples to show you. Obviously, there's so much that you can do with Canva. So maybe this will kind of get some gears turning in your heads of different things that you can do. These are all things that either I have done personally or the Tweak team has done for clients. I'm going to stop my share here so that I can show you in the correct window. Let's see here. Okay, so one thing that you can do is create print brochures. So let's look at this one. So this is the one that we did for the landing resort. It's kind of a trifold brochure, but the entire thing was done in Canva. So all of these little swooshes, little assets, the text, the photos, all of that was put in through Canva. And again, was very easy to adjust things, maneuver things, worked really, really well. Another one, postcards and invitations. So I've used this many times personally for different invitations for things, or business postcards we've done as well. Let's paste this in here. This was for a bridal shower, but very easy, again, to drag pictures in there. Another nice thing about Canva that I'll show you really quickly here is, of course, you can download items and send them to your printer, but you can also print things directly from Canva. I've done it many times. The quality has also been really great. So for this one in particular, I just clicked on print invitations and I printed them through Canva. So you can choose your paper type, your paper finish, how many you want. The pricing is maybe a little bit pricier than some small print shops that might be local, but was still not too unreasonable, I didn't think. And you can include envelopes as well. Free delivery, it ships right to your door. It's pretty quick. So another nice thing you can do with Canva is just print your stuff directly through them. Social media posts, of course, in our demonstration, we saw how we could do that. But you can also create different assets in social media. So in this one, we created our Facebook cover photo. So if you want to use like your Facebook logo or your cover photo or things like that, Canva has a template for all of it again. So anything that you want to create in social media, Canva kind of has your back with that. And simple logos too. Of course, if you're wanting a very custom logo, that's not something that's going to be possible in Canva. But something simple like some text, maybe some little graphics, that can all be very easily created in Canva too. A very quick way to do it. And videos and presentations. So obviously, this entire presentation was made in Canva using a template, customized it. Every video demonstration you saw was made in Canva. Canva has a really good video editing tool available in it too. So this whole thing was made in Canva. And then some additional resources too. Obviously, there's so much to cover with Canva, and we kind of covered a lot of things really quickly. This website here, this is a good one to maybe jot down, canva.com/design school. It has a bunch of different courses there, 100% free. You can even go through little programs specifically for different fields. So if you work in a nonprofit organization, if you work in a school, if you have a small business, Canva covers all of that. And again, it's 100% free. You can go to that source and you get kind of your own little class that you can take on Canva. And if you go to canva.com/events, there are free webinars that's actually live and hosted by people who work at Canva, and they show different features, deep dive into how to create social media posts or how to create print products, things like that. So those are always great to check out as well. And of course, practice makes perfect. Really, what you got to do, you got to get your hands dirty, you got to get in there and start learning for yourself what works and what doesn't. So that's really the best way. Biggest thing I can recommend is just to get started. Again, it's 100% free to get started. So jump in there, start making things, see how it works. That's really the best way to do it. So in conclusion, Canva is a really powerful tool. It can benefit any organization or business. Easy to navigate and use, and has both free and premium plans available. Of course, I got to plug this. If you guys are really busy or you don't want to mess with it yourselves, you can always send us an email. We're here to help@tweakagency.com. That's our email address. We'd, of course, love to help you out with any design or marketing work that you might have. So now we are to our Q&A section of the webinar. There were a couple of questions that were submitted by registrants, so I'll cover those quickly. But if you do have any additional questions after that, you can feel free to unmute yourself or pop anything in the chat. I'd be happy to answer. So one person asked about how to make a post and then later post it on social media. So if you have a social media post, it's all ready, you'll click on share in this top corner. And then from here, you can actually share it directly on social. So if you do connect your Facebook or something, you could, choose that I want it to go here, write what I want it to say, click publish now, and it's going to post right to our Facebook page. So connecting it is very easy to do. I'm pretty sure it's just a username and password, but pretty straightforward and simple. If you don't connect it, that's okay too. Again, it's going to be a pretty straightforward process. So you'll click share, you'll click download. And then if you're posting on social media, I would just leave the file type as whatever is suggested. So this one, it's suggesting a PNG. I'll leave it as a PNG. I'll click download. This is going to download my post to my computer, or if I'm on my phone, it'll download it to my phone. And then all I'll have to do is go to Facebook and go to my Facebook page. So I'll go to tweak. And then I think I got to switch to it, but then I would just post it right in here. So I would just take that image that I've saved and add it to my post. Very, very straightforward. Another question that somebody asked is about exporting documents for print. So if you have a print document like this and you're sending it to a printer, if you send it to Canvas printers, they'll do it all of that for you. But if you're using a local printer, there's a kind of specific way that you need to export your document in order to send it to the printer so that the printers know how to print the document. So you'll click on share, we'll click on download. And then from here, you're going to want to pay attention to the file type. So we're not going to use what's suggested. We're going to look for whatever says print. So I'll click on PDF print. This is going to create a good document for printing. From here, most printers are going to require crop marks and bleeds. So I'll check that. And then I'll also check flatten PDF. That just makes the document a little bit more optimized for print. Select the pages, and then again, color profile, click on this, and then click on whatever says best for printing. So printers like to use CMYK versions of documents. So just like this, I'll click download, and then I'll have a file that I can easily send to my printer, and they'll know what to do with it from there. All right, were there any other questions? Anything else anybody was wondering about? Again, you can feel free to put anything in the chat or unmute. Oh, let's see. Can you set up rulers on a post to check that the left and right lines line up? So there aren't rulers that you can put on posts, but it is pretty easy to see how things line up. So if you click on any item, as you drag it, you'll see these lines popping up all over the place. So it's aligning in different parts of the document. So for example, if I want this to be centered, I'll wait for that center line. If I want it to be kind of in this top border, I'll wait for that line, and it kind of snaps it into place. So there aren't specific rulers, but every item will kind of come with its own little dotted line. So if I want this to line up with my tweak agency here, you'll see it kind of populate right in there, those dashed lines, and then it'll kind of snap into place too. So that way you can make sure that everything is aligned as well. And then what is the best way to center a graphic or a title? Again, you would just drag it until you see that the dotted red line is it lining up with other content, but the solid red line is it lining up with the document itself. So if I wait for those solid lines, I can see that it's fully centered in the document itself. Hopefully that made sense. Awesome. Any other questions? All right, great. Sounds good. Well, thank you guys all for attending. I will be sending an email to everybody who registered for the webinar. So you'll get a recording of this so you can review it. If you want to check out any of those resources, those will all be written out for you as well. So you can check for that. It should be hitting your inbox later today. And other than that, thank you guys so much for joining.